Let's see what's going on in Milwaukee, man. They telling me that the Bucks are starting to get it together a little bit. If you have not done so, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is yours truly, the one and only. I'm Pharaoh. Milwaukee Bucks hosting the Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee's won a few games in a row. According to Doc Rivers, they got screwed out of one game. That Hornets game, Doc believes his team pretty much won that game, if not for a bad foul that they called for LaMelo. Hey, if Milwaukee could win this game, you're 6-9, and I mean nobody's running away with the East after obviously the top two spots, right? Like once you get past, look, you're not catching unless Cleveland falls apart. You're not catching Cleveland and Boston already. You can pretty much in the East, just with how great the Cavs have been. And listen, they'll probably come back a little bit to the pack, but the Celtics are not coming back to the pack. Like that's a proven commodity that we've seen for most of this last decade. And Brown and Tatum in regular season games, and they're the champs now. So you could go ahead and get rid of probably the first two spots in the East. Just don't even think about that. So the Eastern Conference is going to start at spot 3. Can you compete with the Orlando Magic for spot 3 in the East? Is pretty much what this conversation is going to be about for the Bucks and everybody else. Because I mean, you can forget about you're not being number 1 and number 2. So that's the challenge for Dame and Giannis. It looks like without Middleton this season, I don't know when. I don't know what's going on with Chris, man. Green nails the 3.
You got to show some individual pride.
And then, like, the thing with Chris is, like, even when he does come back, good pass from Bobby Portis. Like, Chris ain't one of those dudes that just, like, comes out of the gate ramped up. They're saying these dudes had double ankle surgery. So he's going to need, like, probably 4 to 6 weeks on the court to rep up. I don't see it, man. This is going to be on Dame and Giannis this year. This is their baby to raise. Oh, good pass from Dame. Oh, that's a really good pass. And good shot from Lopez. That's, like, and anybody that's watched my Bucks highlights this year, y'all know I've said the same thing. I didn't think Dame played the greatest last year for Milwaukee. He had a couple great moments. The buzzer beater against the Kings, if you remember. And then obviously game 1 against Indiana was legendary, right? But generally speaking, Dame hadn't been the greatest version of himself his first year in Milwaukee. I think Dame's doing a really good job year 2. Like, I'm seeing more of the point guard Dame this year than I am the scorer Dame. I will have to check how many points he's averaging per game, but I'm really excited and remain optimistic about Dame's style of play. I know him and Giannis didn't work out this offseason together, whatever. The chemistry looks a lot better.
And he lost control. Giannis in transition. Pops the clutch and lays it home.
Big time move from the Greek Freak. Vucevic off to a good start. Will this be the year that somebody goes out and makes a trade for Nikolai at the deadline? Or maybe it's this dude, Zach Lavine. That's a big contract to pick up, but will a contending team out east or west say, let me get that? One of these dudes. Could it be the Bucks? I mean, they could use a big. They could use a Zach Lavine, especially when you look into if Giannis isn't happy. Like, obviously, you would be paying a lot to bring in a Zach Lavine, and in the NBA, the contract's got to match up dollar for dollar, at least for the season, as Lavine nails a crazy 3. But all in all, if a team trades for Lavine, they will be taking a financial L. And I bring that up for a reason, because you have to ask yourself, if you're a Bucks fan or a part of that Bucks organization and the ownership group, I believe that includes Aaron Rodgers, if I'm not mistaken, as a minority owner. You have to ask yourself, if you lose Giannis, you're probably going to lose Dame with disinterest, right? Once you lose Giannis, you're starting it over. If you want to keep Giannis and you don't want to rebuild, which I think is a mistake, I think the Bucks should rebuild. But if they're saying, hey, no, we feel like we could please Giannis again, do you go out and pay whatever dollar it takes to go get him some help, even if it means taking on a bad Zach Lavine contract? Because if you lose Giannis, one can only imagine how that economy is going to take a hit. And you think about the value of that team, you know, you lose Giannis, it's all down the drain for a long time. You don't just grow Giannis on trees, as Torrey Craig gets to do. Oh, look at Giannis. Giannis has just always been a bad matchup for this era of Chicago Bulls. They just don't have anybody that can guard him. They don't have nobody that can even, like, hang with him for a quarter.
Still in uniform, didn't even take a shower most times. Craig in rhythm for three, got it! And it's a one-point contest.
Oh, tore the Stallion, nailing the three.
He has responded defensively. Giannis!
I did not Torrey Craig was a part of the Bulls. No, I didn't realize he was on the Bulls. I thought he was still in Phoenix. I had been looking for him on the Bulls, on the Suns bench all year. Look at that, another good pass from Milwaukee. And AJ Green is knocking that three down. Pat Connaughton, your minutes are gone, my friend.
Green getting an opportunity, making the most of it.
Oh, little boy day tomorrow.
Inside.
Yeah, it's just a terrible matchup in Chicago. Like, nobody's stopping Giannis, but some teams got stuff that could work for a couple possessions. That he did it.
Right now it's
the Bulls are one of the teams that just don't have it, man. They don't have no answer for Giannis. I mean, this is just little boy day. They don't have a clue.
Giannis keeps it on the DHO action. Spins on Phillips.
What does he have?
Vucevic.
Oh, my God. This is a 41-point, 9-rebound, 8-assist effort for the Greek Freak. Dame kicked in 20.
Nice job trying to deny Dame.
Those are great numbers for both of those dudes, but I'll tell you the most important dude on the court for Milwaukee in this one. AJ Green, 18 points, 5 of 7 from 3. From this highlight that I've seen, the thing that really screwed the Bulls was AJ Green was nailing that three, and you already need to double Giannis. And the fact that he's nailing that three to keep the defense honest, that's the difference in this one, I think, from what I've seen.
Skip pass to the corner, one more to a wide open White.
But the Bulls are right in it. Maybe they can pull this one out. Kobe White nails the three.
Huge elixir, the medicine.
Oh, look at Lillard.
He's got that mid-range cooking.
Giannis off the Lopez screen, got downhill.
Zach Lavine at 27. Giannis almost turns it over. Oh, Giddey almost had it. You know who got it? He a bucket. The new Pat Connaughton. I know Pat on that bench pissed.
Out to Lillard for three, a clean look. And that's pure.
Bucks get their lead back up to 10.
Playing with his food. Sprays it out to the wing for three. That's Lopez. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just... Yeah, Giannis just caused this team all type of problems, man. This is a bad matchup.
Tough shot on the baseline by Zach Lavine with 27. And Giannis can be very intentional about taking his time across midcourt.
Oh, my goodness.
Walk down to Sumu. Got it and one. Giannis with a little light work inside. Lillard against Vucevic. Got to the hoop. That was wedged momentarily. Worked out nonetheless. Chicago's going to get their 6th win of the season against
I don't even think he got off the ground for that layup. 16-point win for Milwaukee.
41 points. 9 rebounds.
If you love flexing your sports knowledge, you should head over to the best place to play fantasy sports and win some money while you're at it. That's Underdog. For me, I love the pick'em game. It's super simple to play too. All you got to do is go to the Underdog website or app. You got to pick whether a player will have a higher or lower stat line for that specific game. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And when you sign up, if you use your boy's promo code, which is Pharaoh, your deposit will get matched up to $1,000 is available to you in bonus cash. You can't beat that. Tap in with Underdog. My promo code is Pharaoh.